Mr. Mayo, Rodney?
I'll try to finish it. Yeah, it's important.
That's right, that's right. And before you begin, Rodney, let me just publicly thank you for all that you have done historically throughout our city, for your investments in our city, and for your call to action in times of need. After Dorian, you stood up and took food down to the Bahamas, and you're stepping up now. So let me publicly thank you for all you do.
Thank you. I appreciate that, but I really respectfully declined any thank yous. I don't feel like I deserve it, and I don't, in this situation, any other situation, I'll take it, not this one. It's too crisis and it's too important, but I appreciate the offer. Anyway, so I'm going to try to get through this in 3 minutes. I apologize in advance if I'm short. This has been one of the most emotional weeks I've ever had. I just want to address just really quickly, because that was new things that came up. Pickup and delivery does not work. The model does not work. We are closing every one of our locations. We tried it for a week. I've talked to my friends in Miami. That whole program that started, they're all closing. It does not work. It does not sustain keeping the business open. So I just, one point, I just heard the small business, just so you know, not one of our businesses would qualify for under their definition of small business. So every subculture group business does not qualify. And then just a question, just please, if you haven't, reach out to the business community, the ones that are closed. We can give you so much advice, and it's gonna be what's gonna work. I just don't know where you got your numbers from or where this program, but it doesn't make sense with a lot of things with government, we know. Anyway, so just brief, last Friday I had the worst day of my life. I had to lay off 650 employees, which equates to 1,800 families and members that did not want to, but so everyone lost their income as of Sunday. I was bombarded with questions of what do we do? Where do we go? Where do we find money? And I had no answers for them for the first time. And I just promised them, I said, I can't promise you anything because I don't know what's going on, but I will promise you, you will never go hungry. And anything else I don't have an answer for. So, as the hospitals are gearing up for the worst that is still yet to come, who is gearing up to feed these unemployed workers, I've been speaking frequently with many of my fellow restaurateurs to try and find out what they're planning for to take care of their staff. Not one had a plan. One told me they're sitting back for 2 weeks to see what the government does. I asked if they were providing food at least. They said, we'll figure that out. In 2 weeks, I was told, and these are friends of mine, I told them we got 2 of their laid-off employees yesterday at Howley's to pick up free meals. And I told them, and there was a long pause because they were shocked. And I think that shocked them. They did not realize that the first day they were laid off, the second day they came to Howley's for food. One of those laid-off workers, which is the letter that this lady met me outside of Howley's on Saturday. They asked how this works, and they were very embarrassed because they had never in their life had asked for free food. She showed me her pay stub to prove she worked in the hospitality industry, even though I never asked for it. She asked if she could possibly get 2 meals. I asked who the other one was for. She said one was for her, and she said she had 5 children at home and a husband not working, and she knew it was only supposed to be 1 meal per person. And I said, of course, said you can.
All right, now I'm going to make a pandemic conception. Only in the case of pandemics will I let a speaker go more than 3 minutes. So in case somebody comes.
I, of course, said you can have as many as you like. She broke down crying, as I did as well. She said she didn't know where to go and what to do and asked me, where do I go? What am I supposed to do? I said, all I know is to file for unemployment, food stamps. She said she's been trying for days, but the website is crashing all the time, which we experience all day today with our staff, and cannot complete their application. A friend came over who saw both of us crying and offered to take her shopping at Publix. $300 later, her refrigerator was stocked.